I regret opening an RRSP. Well, I'm not the one saying it, but in my experience, a lot of Canadians are. The RSP account can actually be a valuable tool to strategize your retirement. It's heavily misunderstood. These are the mistakes I've seen my clients make over and over again. Well, if you're making any of these mistakes, it's not too late. Stick around and you'll learn how to use this account to its absolute full potential. Mistake number one, contributing to your RRSP when your income is low. I'm going to share my story to make sure you understand this properly. So when I started working, obviously my income was not super high. My income was low, and like everyone, I started to accumulate my RRSP contribution room. I'm going to use two scenarios here. So scenario one is where I max my RRSP out as soon as I accumulate it. I do it relentlessly while my income continues to increase every year. Scenario two, I accumulate the room, but I don't use it till my income is high enough where tax savings are a must, not just a nice to have. What do you think I did? Well, I left my RRSPs alone and saved all that room for when I actually needed it. I needed that room for when my income rose over the next few years. I was actually so glad and so happy that I accumulated all this room and I did not waste it by using it in my low income earning years. Well, using it blindly hurts. Mathematically, if you think, what's better, getting a small tax deduction at a low tax rate when you are in a low tax bracket, or using the same dollars to get you a bigger tax deduction at a higher tax rate when you are in a higher tax bracket? Well, in my case, I used all that built up room when I needed it in my high income earning years. It's the same dollars, but a bigger tax deduction. Mistake number two, using your RRSP like a tax-free savings account. This is one of the biggest, most common, and a painfully expensive mistake I've seen Canadians make. Making early withdrawals. The thing is, people think of RRSP withdrawals like taking money out of a bank account. The thing is, it's not that easy. It's quite complex. When you withdraw from an RRSP, the money is added to your income and it's taxed just like an income. Not to forget the withholding tax that you pay upfront when you make the withdrawal to the government. Now, withdrawing $20,000 from your RRSP or picking up a part-time job at McDonald's that pays you $20,000 annually, the thing is, both of these would be taxed exactly the same. So if you pull money out during a high income earning year, you've made your tax bill worse. So let's take Jason for example. Jason makes $95,000 a year, decides to take $20,000 out of his RRSP to, I don't know, go on a trip or something. The thing is, Jason thinks it's my money. So what? I'm going to pay some tax on it. Well, this is where Jason is wrong. This is really not Jason's money. It's future retired Jason's money. Think about it. If you're making a strong income and you decide to cash your RRSPs out, you're just giving CRA a bigger bite than necessary. Mistake number three, using your RRSP mainly to buy a house. Well, this one is very relevant right now. A lot of Canadians think the RRSP is still their go-to account for their first house. The thing is, obviously, the home buyer's plan. Home buyer's plan still does work in some situations, but the thing is, we now have the first home savings account, and that has changed things. The first home savings account gives you something that's very rare, an RRSP style tax deduction on the way in, and a TFSA style tax-free growth on the way out. I've made a video on FHSA, so click here, check it out. If you're a first-time home buyer, the RRSP may no longer automatically be the best way to save for that house. But a lot of Canadians are still using it mainly out of habit, not strategy. So take Megan this time. She's saving to buy a house in about 8 to 10 years and has been contributing to the RRSP because she was told that it's the smart thing to do. Here's the issue. Since she qualifies as a first-time home buyer and her goal is mainly to buy her first house, the FHSA actually may be a better fit. Because guess what? FHSA was built specifically for this goal. It's called the First Home Savings Account. These two accounts, in my opinion, have made it easier for Canadians to plan and save for their goals in a more organized manner. Because think about it, RRSP is for retirement, FHSA is for your first house. So what I want you to take away from the video is, if you're considering withdrawing from an RRSP, consider your tax bracket first. A mistimed withdrawal is nothing but a costly surprise. An effective RRSP strategy is all about common sense and timing. Contribute to it when it counts, withdraw when it's wise, and make sure you're using the rules to save on taxes, not add to them. Because at the end of the day, making your money work for you is the smart thing to do, and that's what makes sense.